Hi to everyone. I am Dr. V.N.S. Cervantes Rao, working as an Associate Professor from Department of Chemistry in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So today I would like to give the topic on the one of the important problems related to the total hardness of the water. So that means the title is numerical problems on the total hardness in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalence by using EDTA method. So it is the very important how to determine the total hardness by using EDTA method. So before starting the today's session, first of all, we see what are the topics covered. So first one, we see what is the introduction to the total hardness. Next, we move to problems. Okay. So first of all, total hardness. So what is the hardness? Hardness is nothing but the sample of water which cannot give the leather with the soap. So that is nothing but hardness of the water. So the estimation of the hardness is based on the complexometric titration. Hardness of the water is determined by titrating with a standard solution with ethylene diamine tetraestic acid, simply abbreviated as EDTA. Ethylene diamine tetraestic acid. That means which is a complexing agent. Now we see what is the complexometric reaction. Generally, the hardness is in the form of a salts of calcium and magnesium. So the salts of calcium and magnesium belongs to actually second group of the periodic table. Why? Because both calcium and magnesium have the charges +2. So +2 means if any metal ion have the +2 charge, they respond to the second group of the periodic table. So that means the metal ions represented as Mnn plus. That means metal +2 ions reacts with the complexing agent EDTA. So to give complex, nothing but metal with EDTA. So this is nothing but a complexometric reaction. Complexometric reaction. Okay, and this EDTA is considered as a complexing agent because it involves the formation of a complex. Okay, since EDTA is insoluble water, that's why the disodium salts of EDTA is taken for the experiment. Why? Because EDTA is generally complex compound, it is insoluble in water. But for moving the reaction, for undergoing the reaction, those EDTA molecules are replaced by sodium ions. That's why this is called as disodium salts of EDTA. So first of all, we see the structure of the EDTA. What is the full form of EDTA? Ethylene diamine tetraestic acid. That means CH2 double bond CH2. So this is nothing but ethylene. Ethylene and diamine. Diamine means two amine molecules NH2 NH2, and these hydrogens are replaced by acetic acid, tetraestic acid. What is the formula for tetraestic acid? Generally, acetic acid formula is CH3COH and one hydrogen replaced by the bond formation CH2COOH and CH2COOH. And in this case also CH2COOH and CH2COOH. Okay, so this is the formula for ethylene diamine tetraestic acid, but it is water insoluble. In this purpose, we replace the two hydrogens by sodium. So, because of the involvement of these sodium molecules in the structure of EDTA, so because of the involvement of these sodium molecules in the structure of EDTA, this is water soluble and undergoing the reaction. Okay. So in general, the hardness values of the water is 75 milligrams per liter as calcium carbonate present in the soft water, and the values above 150 milligrams per liter calcium carbonate as per hard water. So that means the hard water range for the soft water and hard water for soft water becomes 75 milligram per liter. For hard water, nearby 150 milligram per liter. That means the sample of water which can give lather with soap, that is called soft water. At the same time, the sample of water which cannot give lather with soap, that is nothing but hard water. Okay, so hardness is generally represents the concentration of calcium and magnesium ions because these are the most common polyvalent cations, and water with high hardness values are referred to as hard water, while those with lower hardness of the water are referred to as soft water. So calcium carbonate is the compound in the hard water that causes lime scale buildup. So salt water typically has less than 50 ppm of the calcium carbonate and hard water over 200 ppm. So the simple measure of the hard water is also called as grain per gallon, GPG, grain per gallon. That means the hard water range nearby 50 to 200 ppm. So if the water contains less than 50 ppm, that is called soft water, and if the water contains more than 200 ppm, that is called as hard water. So that is the hardness range of the both soft water and hard water. And total hardness is a measure of the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium in the hard tube water. That means the basic recommended range in the hard tube is between 200 and 400 parts per million. That means simply called as ppm. And higher levels of the total alkalinity or pH will require the lower calcium levels of hardness to prevent the scaling. So that means why hardness is important for the engineering students. That means hardness is the property of a material that enables to resist plastic deformation, penetration, indentation, and scratching. Therefore, hardness is important from an engineering standing point because resistance to wear by the either friction or erosion by the steam and oil, water generally increases the hardness of the water. That means the calcium carbonate equivalent is the quantity of the carbonate in the soil expressed as calcium carbonate and as a weight percentage of the less than 2 millimeter size fraction. That means the availability of the plant nutrients is influenced by the amount of the carbonates in the soil. That means even the hardness of the water will also influence the plant growth and by the absorption of the nutrients from the soil. So that's why hardness of the water is very very important for the plant growth present in the soil percentage. That means the minerals present in the soil. And the hardness of the water is calculated in terms of weight of the KCaCO3. That means 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter. So this is very very important. 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter. That means the molecular weight of the calcium carbonate is equal to 100. So we can get calcium carbonate is equal to 100. For calcium, what is the atomic number? 20. And for carbon, 6. Oxygen, 8. So that means in this case, these are the atomic numbers. Now we see atomic weights. So for calcium what happens? 40, and for carbon what happens? 12, and for oxygen 16. So according to formula CaCO3, so for 1 calcium 40 plus carbon 12 plus 3 oxygen, that means 3 into 16, 48. That means 48 plus 12, 60, 60 plus 40, 100. So this is the calculation of molecular weight of the calcium. So that's how you get the value of 100. Okay. Now degree of hardness is expressed always in terms of the parts per million. So this is the very very important for the expression of the hardness of the water. Now we see the problems based on the determination of the total hardness of the water in terms of the equivalence of the calcium carbonate. Let us see first problem. A sample of the water 100 ml required 12.6 ml of the 0.02 molar EDTA solution with EBT as indicator. That means EBT is one of the important indicator in order to determine the hardness of the water. And the color change of the EBT nothing but white, red to blue. And metal EDTA complex is formed by the replacement of the EBT from the metal indicator. So metal EBT complex is less stable than the metal EDTA complex. So now calculate total hardness in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalence. Now given data for the 100 ml of the water, it requires the nearby 12.6 ml of the 0.02 molar EDTA. Okay, now the formula is nothing but M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. So now from left hand side considered M1 is unknown quantity into 100, and from right side we considered what is the concentration? 0.02 molar EDTA. That means from right side we considered EDTA and left side we considered water. Okay, so 0.02 molar EDTA into 12.6 m. Okay, now M1 is equal to 0.02 into 12.6 by 100. Okay, we got the molarity. M1 should be equal to 0.00252 molar. 0.00252 molar. From this molarity, we can calculate the total hardness of the water in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalence. So that means total hardness is equal to M1 into 100 into 1000. Why you can multiply it by 100 into 1000? 100 is always for the molecular weight of the calcium carbonate. Why? Because we measure the hardness of the water in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalence, and 1000 for a liter. So that means why you can measure the hardness of the water always in terms of the CaCO3, because there are mainly two reasons. One is CaCO3 molecular weight is equal to 100, first reason, and CaCO3 is most insoluble salt in water. CaCO3 is most insoluble salt in water. So that's why always we measure the total hardness of the water in terms of the CaCO3. Okay, so what is the value of M1? 0.00252. 0.00252 into 100 into 1000. Finally, we got the value of the hardness nearby 252 ppm. 252 ppm. Okay, so this is the solution for the first problem. Now let us see the model problem 2. What is the model problem? A sample of the water 20 ml required 18.2 ml of the 0.01 molar EDTA solution with EBTS indicator. Now calculate total hardness in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalence. So that means for the given data, 20 ml of the water required 18.2 ml of the 0.01 molar EDTA. So now use the formula, nothing but M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Always you consider left side water and right side EDTA. Okay, so that means M1 is unknown quantity into volume 20 is equal to M2. M2 is equal to 0.01 into 18.2. Okay, now M1 is equal to 0.01 into 18.2 by 20. Okay, 0.01 into 18.2 by 20. So that means we got the value nearby 0.0091 molar. 0.0091 molar. So this is the molarity for the total hardness of the water. Now you can determine the total hardness value in ppms. For the purpose, total hardness is equal to M1 into 100 into 1000. So this is the formula. So what is the value of M1? 0.0091. 0.0091 into 100 into 1000. So finally we got the value nearby 910 ppm. Okay, so this is the value for the total hardness of water for the given model problem 2, 910 ppm. Now let us see model problem 3. A sample of the water 20 ml requires 22.5 ml of the 0.02 molar EDTA solution with EBT as indicator, and calculate the total hardness in terms of the calcium carbonate equivalents. So for the given data, 20 ml of the water, so it requires 22.5 ml of 0.02 molar EDTA. So we use the formula M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Always from left side we consider water and right side EDTA. So that means M1 into 20 is equal to 0.02 into 22.5. That means M1 is equal to 0.02 into 22.5 divided by 20. Okay. So now we can get the value. Molarity should be nearly equal to 0.0225 molar. So 0.0225 molar. Okay. Now you can calculate total hardness in terms of calcium carbonate equivalence. Total hardness is equal to M1 into 100 into 1000. What is the value of M1 previous slide? 0.0225. Into 100 into 1000. Okay, we can get the value nearby 2250. 2250 ppm. Okay, so this is the value of the total hardness of the water in terms of the calcium carbonate for the model problem 3 nearby 2250 ppm. Okay, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.